This is your old car?
Yes.
The original, right?
This is the receipt.
This is your receipt right here?
$6.24. The 24 cents was tax.
That's what you got the car for?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Back to Life series at Be Tough. Join us as we go behind the scenes and check out some of the best hot rod fabrication in Bakersfield at H&S Body Works.
Man, we are here with our Back to Life series with H&S Body Works, and I'm here with Robert Busby. Did I say that right?
Yes.
Robert Busby, man. I'll tell you, you have a unbelievable car here, a 1934
Ford 5-window coupe.
Okay, wow, man, that is amazing. Now, let me pan back. Can I pan back and just show them what you got here?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that is beautiful, man. Now, what made you choose this car?
Well, back in the 60s, I built a car similar to this, and in my high school years, and I decided to see if I could find the car, and we tried going through everything, couldn't locate the car. Like I say, this was back in the 60s, so I decided to kind of reproduce it. So this is a reproduction of what I did back then. I have the original receipt for that old car. I paid $6.24 for it.
Whoa.
For the body and frame.
You did?
And built it from there.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Now this is, just so people know, this is not a kit car, right? This is actually a real car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all steel, no fiberglass or anything on it. And I totally built it all in my garage here. And Dick Shepard did the spray painting on it.
At H&S Body Works, they do amazing work. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's take a walk around it. Do you mind? We can do that. Can we pop that? I want to see what's under that hood right there, because I know there's something good.
Okay, it's a 1953 Oldsmobile engine.
Wow.
That's what I had in the original car back in the 60s. So I'm partial to Oldsmobile engines.
Whoa. Man, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's got a 3.2 setup with Stromberg 97s on it.
It does. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow, that's incredible. Now, how hard is it to tune 3 carburetors?
Actually, it just runs. It's got what they call progressive linkage on it.
Okay.
It runs on the center carb, and when you nail it, the other 2 carburetors come in.
Yeah.
So getting it to tune like that, yeah, it took a little bit of work to get that done. So.
Yeah. Man,
Now, an Oldsmobile, you can't buy a lot of parts for it.
And they're way more than a Chevrolet part when you do find them, right? I'm sure.
Right, yeah. The Chevys you can find anywhere, or you can find parts for it. So, like the exhaust headers, for example, I had to build all of that because nobody makes a set of headers for it. And the engine work was done by a fella in I can't think of the fella's name now. Lanny Travis, and he did the work on the motor.
Yeah.
It's got a Tremec 5-speed behind it. It's not an automatic, it's a stick.
You know, people are going to be proud that you said that, because I know a lot of people, I don't know, people like people that have the old stick shifts, man. You've got to work for it a little bit more.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's got the right number of pedals.
Yeah. This had to be one of the first V8 motors, right? I mean, if you're talking about...
Exactly. Well, it was the first overhead valve V8.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
They had the flatheads, back in the day.
Right.
And they, of course, were V8s. But this Oldsmobile in 1949 came out with the overhead valve. And this is kind of the precursor to the small block Chevy, because Oldsmobile and Cadillac both came out with this motor in 49, and obviously in 55, I think, is when they came out with the overhead valve and the small block Chevy.
What was the original cubic inch? Do you remember?
This is 303.
Okay.
Cubic inch.
All right. Yeah. Not bad.
Yes, it's
That was probably their high performance series back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Well, this was the hot motor to have.
Yeah,
back in
of
the
course.
day.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Man,
now this car has been channeled 5.5 inches over the frame.
okay.
Normally this sits up here and you have full fenders and everything else. You know, of course, this being fenderless. So I channeled the body down over the frame.
Yeah.
That made the grill too long, so I had to take 5 inches out of the grill.
Oh, wow. Robert, I know some people are going to say, why do I see Oldsmobile and Ford here, right? I mean, some people ask you that?
Yes, they do. It seems to confuse them. They don't know. It says Ford there, which it is a 34 Ford, and it has an Oldsmobile engine. But not knowing, most of them ask the question, why does that say Oldsmobile on there? Suspension is a TCI chassis, so they make a chassis for it.
Yeah.
But then I modified, you know, a lot on it.
Yeah, that is really nice.
A few things interesting about the 1934s was this little thing here, the window actually slides back.
Oh, whoa.
This is the original, they called it a smoker's window.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of the initiation of wind wings, you know, on cars and stuff. So as you take and crank this forward, it goes like a regular window.
Oh, wow. That's pretty high tech, wasn't it, for back in the day? I mean, I don't know. That's a lot of engineering that goes in that.
Oh, yeah. It took me forever to get it to work right. And then you give it a little extra crank, and then it slides back.
Wow.
And the back window slides down, rolls down. So, and the front window will tilt out. And you have your air conditioning, which is the cowl vent.
Oh, is that what that is? It just goes up and it vents.
Yeah. And
into the car?
air comes across and goes into the cab.
Wow. Yeah.
So,
Clean, of course.
oh, yes, and we travel in it.
You do. I was about to ask, is this a driver or is this a showpiece?
Yes, it's a driver.
Yeah, that's
I
amazing.
tore it all down. We drove it in primer for a number of years, and then I took it all back apart and did the body work to it, and then took it to Dick to have him spray it.
Yeah. And what are we doing on this roof here?
The roof is normally on these older cars, they would use a cloth material
Okay.
because they were open and they'd cover them with cloth. This is stainless steel. So I put that in there because I did that on the original.
Oh, wow. I thought that was like a piece of glass. It's actually stainless steel. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, it's not a moon roof or whatever the hell you call
Yeah.
them. So it's a little different.
Yeah. Make our way to the back because you've done some work to the back end too, right?
I, eliminated all that and then redid the bottom part of this. The gas tank is now in back of the front seat, in between, and you fill it from in the trunk.
You know what I really like about this is that a lot of people will go to like a coilover suspension on these, right? They do it all the time with these cars. You stuck with the original leaf spring.
Oh, yes.
Right? That is awesome because, man, I'm telling you, it was so simplistic back in the day how they did these suspensions on the back end, right?
This car is actually the best riding car that we have in our other hot rods.
Yeah, that's awesome. Of course, you got a quick change rear end in there. That's cool.
Right.
And it has kind of a race car feel to it. I like it, man. It's real nice.
Kind of the interesting thing on the license plate, if you look closely, Ed Iskandarian signed the license plate on it.
Really?
It's got an Isky cam in it.
I'll say, does it have the cam in it? It does.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Isky did the cam.
Esky cams, of course, are probably the most famous name in all cams, right? From racing to hot rods. He was a really good cam guy.
Yes. Yeah.
This car has 3 radiators in it, right? You're saying 3?
Yeah.
Right? It's got 1 up front
Right.
and 2 in the back?
Right.
And does that keep the engine cool? I mean, you just call that?
Yes.
And well, you're running a manual on the transmission, so you don't need to cool that down too much, do you?
Oh, no. There's no cooling on it.
Right. So you got 3 radiators, cool 1 engine. Nothing get that hot?
Well, the problem is, she was going to mention that to you, is when I channel the car, you lose 5 inches of height in the car, which includes
the radiator height. Yeah. Okay.
So we lost a lot of our cooling capacity.
Yeah. Well, I've never seen. Man, that's crazy. I've never seen radiators underneath the car before.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah. I'm gonna look inside here real quick too, because this is really nice. I'm just gonna look inside the driver right here.
I can open the door if you wish.
I think we'll be all right. Okay, that's really good. How many people give you comments on this thing when you're driving it? I mean, I gotta say, this is a showstopper here, right? I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, it's, I mean, every time you stop for gas or anything like that, there's usually a person that'll come up to you and say, oh, wow, this is neat, you know, and we take it to a lot of the car shows, including here in town, and enjoy doing that, and you get you know, a good crowd of people that enjoy looking at it.
Yeah, and I love the color. It's like a midnight blue, right, with a little bit of metallic in it.
It's a 1958 Cadillac Cobalt Blue.
Wow, it's an original OEM color.
Yes.
It is, okay.
I painted the original car that color, and it's been my favorite color. So,
Man, I'll tell you, every time that I do a hot rod or a classic car from H&S Body Works, I always look down, I look for any kind of waves, I look for some kind of imperfections, and I mean, I never see them. These cars are always perfect, man. And this one's no exception right here.
yeah, Dick is wonderful to work with. When I had the car in pieces, I told him I don't own a trailer, because we don't trailer anything, we drive them.
Yeah.
And Dick says, don't worry about that. He says, I'll come out and pick it up.
Yeah.
And he did. He sent out one of his rollbacks, and we took it into town, and he delivered it that way also.
Wow.
So,
That's good service, right?
yeah.
That's real good. Well, I'll tell you what, man, this is a beautiful car. I can see why you're proud of it. I can see why Dick at H&S Body Works wanted it part of the series. And man, congratulations on that.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, thanks for showing it to us. All right, this is Robert and Billy at the H&S Body Works Back to Life series.